Hey everyone, it is diaperperv, and with me is a beautiful mommy Belle, who is one half of Little Dreamzzz that makes the very cute diapers. And you have your own YouTube channel, you have
Yes,
your own podcast.
I do.
You have been on the board for CapCon, and you were in charge of organizing all the attendee-led events.
Yes,
You've taught classes,
yes,
you've organized munches and private parties.
yes, I have.
What haven't you done?
Apparently, I haven't ran my own convention.
Yes, and now that's going to be on your resume, which is
Yeah.
insane. Insane. So, we're going to talk all about that and answer everybody's questions about like when it is, how to get tickets, how many people we expect, and then we're also going to talk more about your vision for your particular convention. People want to know what's it called and when will it be?
So it is called the Littles Jamboree, and I like the name Jamboree because it just reminds me of like just people getting together and like having fun, and so like that's where the name comes from. So the Littles Jamboree, it is going to be located near around the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. The it will be next year, 2025, November 12th through November 16th.
Okay, I think that's a great time frame. And if people don't know, Capcom did was planning an event in September, but now that has been canceled. That was
Yes.
their Minnesota event for 2025. So that's really, really exciting. And I know it won't coincide with any other conventions at that time. I know Baby Fur
Yeah.
Con is probably going to be in September again.
I was really excited, to know that like this convention wasn't gonna like run into another convention's time space because that was very important to me. So like I'm really happy about that.
So, how close is it to the airport?
It's about 20 minutes from the Milwaukee airport, but I have worked out with the hotel that with our ticket that they will be doing shuttles to the Milwaukee airport. So like if someone is flying in to Milwaukee,
Mm.
all they would have to do is just call the hotel, let them know they're going to be with the Littles Jamboree, and let them know what time their flight is coming, and the shuttle will be there to pick them up from the hotel and then bring them from the airport and then bring them to the hotel. And also when they need to go back to the hotel, they can plan that shuttle as well to get back to the airport.
Oh, okay. Is this a complimentary shuttle? Is it included with the price of the room or
No,
not?
it's included. Everything's like included. Yeah. So it's complimentary and it's all like it's included because we're going to have, if we do get a good number of people, they are going to be super busy making sure that our attendees make it to the hotel and make it to the place safely. So it's going to be something that's a little bit added for the guests.
You've already locked down the hotel.
Yes.
What is the capacity for this hotel?
So for me, I'm not doing a takeover
Okay.
because it's my first one, but we are taking over one side of the hotel, and we're trying to keep it at like a good number, but we're looking at possibly trying to sell a little over 200 tickets.
Okay. So that is that the minimum that needs to
That's the
be
minimum.
sold?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there a maximum?
Yeah, there is a max number that we're trying to get to, but I don't want to put the pressure out there. But there is a max number. Like so the like the thing like the lowest, the minimum that we're trying to sell is like around like 250 tickets. But we could go up a couple of more tickets as well. We can go up a couple of dozen tickets if need be, if the con sells very well.
Okay. What if like word gets out and 500 people want to go? Is that doable?
I don't know. Like, I'll be very, very amazed if 500 people wanted to come. But I am very hopeful. I have faith, fingers crossed. if there was to really happen and I was to see that there was really a need, we have a backup space already reserved in the hotel that's right underneath the area that we have reserved. It still will be part of the section that we have blocked off on the one side of the hotel. So we do have one reserved just in case we decide we want to expand. Now that's just in case and see if that does happen, but we will have to see how the ticket sales go first.
Oh, okay, I see. So when someone, books a room, will their room be part of like a room block that is private? So when they go
Yeah.
out, will
Mhm.
they be able to just wear whatever they want or no?
So what we have is a block of rooms that will be for us, but it is not a takeover. So someone could get off on the wrong floor
Oh,
and they could see someone in their onesies, but because they just can't like stop the elevators
yeah,
from coming to like, different floors.
yeah.
But we do have a set of blocked rooms and floors that is right above the area that we have reserved for us. That so mainly everyone on that floor should be from the convention
Hmm.
with our attendees. However, like I said, if someone gets on the wrong floor and
Right.
then like they might can see you walking around in your onesies,
Yeah.
that was it can happen
Okay.
where someone could see them, but for the
Yeah.
most part, if they wanted to, they could because those are reserved for us.
Got it. Okay. And what about the convention space itself? You have that
So
private.
the convention space itself altogether is around 5,000 square feet.
Okay.
And so within that 5,000 square feet, we will have two different play areas. We're going to have our nursery and daycare, which would be one area, and that's around 12,000, no, 1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have what I call the Big Kids Clubhouse. And the Big Kids Clubhouse is for the older preschool and grade school little space. And that is also going to be around 1,200 square feet. And then we're going to have
Mm-hmm.
the vendors market,
Mm-hmm.
and that's around 700 square feet. And then I also have what I call like our jam session room, and that's where we're going to be able to have presenters,
Mm-hmm.
demonstrations.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're gonna because we are gonna be having included in your ticket will be your breakfast, your PM snack, and your dinner is included.
What?
Yeah, with 4 drink tickets, all of that is going to be included in your ticket. So then, in between our presentations and things like that, it'll be set up like a little lunch room for
Uh-huh.
like the attendees to go in and to go have lunch and we'll have their snack and to have their dinner and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness. I heard you say PM snack.
Yeah.
Is that like a
So,
before dinner snack or is
okay,
that
so
after dinner?
I guess it's more like an AM PM snack, like an afternoon snack. So they'll have like breakfast and like an afternoon snack. I think like one of the snacks that I'm setting up is like bagels and yogurt with granola and berries and fruit, and that is actually one of our afternoon snacks that I'm setting up for the convention.
Other conventions do not have snack areas. I can tell you that, right? You know. So I'm like, a snack?
So, yeah, so my heart for making sure that people had food, I don't want to cry because I might cry, is that I don't want to just host an event where people can come,
Mm-hmm.
but then they pay so much money to come that they don't have money to eat. Um, and I have seen at various conventions where people
Yeah.
like I don't have enough money to eat. I only had enough money to like make it here,
Yeah.
and I'm very, very limited on the food that I can eat. I have given me and my baby Brett, we have taken people out for dinner because they're like I don't have enough money for food, but only had enough money to get here.
Yeah.
So like my heart comes from a place of like being a mommy because like that's just who I am. If I want to throw an event together, I want to make sure that the people feel safe, that they have a
Hmm.
safe place to rest their head, and that they also have food in their belly.
That is incredible. That is incredible. So it comes with breakfast. Is that a breakfast buffet or like a plate?
The breakfast buffet. So the breakfast buffet will be in the main lobby. So like they're gonna have to like stay in like their vanilla clothes.
Yeah.
If they wanted to wear like overalls with their onesies, they could do
Hmm.
that. If someone's wearing like a romper dress and they have like their leggings, they can wear that as long as they're like appropriately dressed. That is fine. I talked to the staff there and they said that they would be fine if like someone came down like in their overalls and like their like onesies and stuff like that. As long as they're
Yeah.
properly dressed, they're not wearing just a diaper
Yeah.
around the food area because you can't do that. But they can come down to the main lobby for breakfast, but that's like where everyone will be having breakfast at. Um, and so it'll be like breakfast style, like French toast, sausage, like cereal, stuff like that that we have included in there.
Very cool. Okay. So now that we've talked about food, let's talk about the schedule. So there's going to be programming, right? From, I guess,
Yes.
morning to night.
So, hmm so like I'm a planner. People may not know this in my everyday life. I am a travel agent. And so I specialize, this is not a plug, this is what I do. I plan Disney trips for family reunions, for weddings, for romantic getaways. I plan universal trips. I plan cruises.
Mhm.
So a lot of my knowledge and what I have been doing and piecing this together is using my skills as a travel agent and also as an event planner because I used to help put together weddings and receptions for people. So all of my knowledge that I have, that's what I'm putting forward
Mhm.
into trying to make this the best convention. So there is a schedule. The play areas will open up at 8 a.m. in the morning and then they will close at 11 p.m. at night. And for the schedules, in the early morning, we're going to have presentations and classes. And that's a really big thing because I want people to have a variety of classes. I'm not going to shun anyone out. If someone says that, you know what, I want to do like spanking and age play, and they want to do um, a kind of a presentation on that, there will be space for that. And if they want to have demonstrations or pull people from the audience, from a, from like from the audience or from like their attendees that come,
Yeah.
they can do that. I've held diaper spanking classes before and we had people come up and I asked for their permission. They said yes and spanked them and let them see what different things they can use for spankings. Like if you want to do that, you can do that. If you are someone who does pet play and you wanted to do like a puppy obedience class, you can do that too. My whole goal is that within this convention, there is a time and place for everything. And if we can, I would try to find a place for you. But with this being my first year, the space is a little bit limited this year, but I will try my best. And if I can't this year, cross our fingers that we do well and we can try for next year.
So are most of the classes and presenters, are they going to be like attendee led, or are you sourcing out specific people for classes that you really want?
So right now it's going to be attendee led, and then I'm going to also put out a call for presenters and things like that. And if anyone reaches back out to me, like, you know what, this convention seems pretty cool. We would like to like lend our expertise and do a presentation in this, or do like a special demo class on, on this. That I would be
Mhm.
totally okay with that. If someone wanted to host like a fur baby roundtable, I am okay with that. Like I said, I would try my best to listen to what the community needs,
Mhm.
but also keep the integrity of the convention and try to find them a space where they can like feel like they can come together.
Right on. That's great. Okay, so what about evening parties or evening programming other
Yeah.
than classes?
Yes, so people can do their room parties.
Yeah.
I am not going to be policing room parties. The reason for why I say that is because like that's where I met a core of my really good friends, and that's where like most of my fun memories are from. They're from going to room parties.
Hmm.
So if someone wanted to say that they're like, I want to do like a room party, that's fine just as long as we're following the rules of the hotel and the guidelines of the hotel. I am okay with that, as long as people are being safe. You know, what you do in your room, that's your room because you paid for it. I can't, so room parties can definitely happen after, after hours. We will be having every night. I'm going to be turning the one of the rooms into like a bar type setting. So we'll have our own private bar. And again, you have the 4 drink tickets, so you'll be able to use your drink tickets to get a drink. But then after that, you'll be able to like purchase a drink if you would like to have that. So so there are a couple of things we have going on. I wanted to, we're working on hosting a block party themed event, and the theme was going to be 90s wear, like from like the decades, and then and playing like R&B, playing soul music, playing hip hop music, and it's kind of had like a really cool time. There is also some after hour, like planning on doing like a characters meet and greet. I am also looking to see what other people would like to have. We're going to do our form of like a pageant, not quite like what you've seen before in the past. We're going to have a little bit of twist to the pageant. I would love to try to get other entertainers to probably come in from the community. I would love to see if we could have like an actual like drag show or like a
Oh,
ballroom
yeah.
drag show. Like, oh, that'd be like so much fun. So
Yeah.
like, so like, so there have been ideas of people that have been coming my way, and I am totally up for us having a nightlife. But one of the biggest things I think is that after a certain time, we're going to turn over one of the spaces into like a little private bar area for us, so people can still be in their onesies and their diapers and drink, have food, and have music playing. We're thinking of doing a karaoke night or an open mic night. So if someone has instruments, they can come and do a set. So there's like a lot of different ideas that we have that we're running around with.
Yeah, and you still have a ton of time to plan
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
mean, this is a year later, so and there's so many options too. Like I would love to see a drag show. That would be so fun, even if it is an amateur one. So
It is an amateur one because I it just would be so much fun, and there's so many people within our community that do so many different things that can
mhm.
bring their talent. So that's what I'm looking to do. And if someone has something they want to do for the nightlife, that's fun. But we are going to keep it to some fun things, as far as like doing like some little dance parties, um, a pageant, doing like an open mic night, some
Mhm.
karaoke.
Mhm.
Like, so we do have some things planned.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear the theme for the dance party, if there is a theme.
Yeah. Yeah, so the theme is gonna be 90s, like a
Oh, okay.
90s block
Okay.
party. Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Got
if
it.
you know the area, like like dress up like from like the girl group TLC, like so it's like things like that. Like I thought would be like really fun just to like do something that's like a little bit different and just
Yeah.
to like make like laugh just to see someone like getting dressed up in different clothing.
I'm glad you picked the best era of hip hop. So that's
No,
good.
that's what I said, okay, if I'm gonna do like a theme party, like what's the best one? Like, okay, like no, like R&B, like 90s, like R&B and pop was like you can't like touch that. It's so good.
Right, totally. And you know who else was in that era? Diddy. So are
Oh,
you what if we what if one of the nights was like a Diddy diaper freak off party? Oh Lord. See, this is why I'm not in charge of anything. I'm not even
I think
part
if
of
that was to happen, I think I'll get a lot of like weird looks.
it.
No Diddy freak off party.
Or it might go really well because everybody is going into it consenting.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have the freak offs as long as they're consensual. That can happen in your room.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm hosting it. Oh, geez. Okay, gotta stock up on that baby oil. So,
Maybe some left, maybe some, but like I don't think that we're gonna need that much because we're not doing it big style. No,
I don't even know what that baby oil is for. Like, why was there so many? Anyway,
it's, it's not even a lube, so I don't even know why.
no, exactly. Everyone's just slippery. Are there any restaurants or cafes in that hotel?
So there will be there is a Starbucks,
Hmm.
and they have their own cafe, and then they also have like a little restaurant that people can go to if no one wants to leave the area. But like when you go to the Starbucks, you have to put on your your
Yeah,
regular
yeah,
clothes, be a little appropriate. In the surrounding area there is restaurants, and it's also near like an outlet mall. So if people wanted to like kind of need like a space or some time to like
yeah,
be away from the area, the convention space, then
yeah.
they can go to eat, and it's all kind of like in the same like little structure.
From walking to your room to the convention space, you'll need to be, covered up, right?
So what's really what's really awesome is like if so with this place, if they go to the elevator, they would need to. But we have a stairwell that's just for us, that's connected to the hotel from the rooms, because I'm taking that block from the hotel, and above it will be the rooms for the convention. So if people wanted to stay in their clothing, if they use the stairwell that's connected to the convention space, kind of like a little hideaway, they can use that stairwell. But if they go to the elevator, they're gonna have to like get back in regular clothes.
Okay, that's a really cool workaround.
Yeah.
Oh my
When they told me that, I was like, I'm sold.
Yes.
Like stay there, but like, and it's supposed to be blocked now. Like I said, it's not a takeover. Someone could wander in, but but for the most part, like, no one should be able to get in there.
Yeah.
I was told they couldn't. I always say should because we're not a takeover, and people
Yeah.
get try to be nosy, but we will have a security team. But there is a stairwell that will connect from where the space is, that will take them directly to where the rooms are at.
I guess you're already looking for volunteers, right?
Right. So we're so right now we are focusing on the board and the
Hmm.
leadership. So we're getting that part down first, and then once the tickets go on sale, we're gonna open it up to volunteers. So like right now, what we've been working on is getting like the final measurements for the
Hmm.
vendor space.
Hmm.
Um, Working on getting our board together, getting the leadership solid together, making sure that everyone understands the vision of the Jamboree. So that way, when the tickets go on sale and we're ready to have the volunteers, everyone is on one accord and we're ready to move as one big function as the Jamboree together.
I thought tickets were on sale already. I know packages are on sale.
They go on sale November 28th.
8th. Oh, okay.
Convention starts November 12th to the 16th. That's probably what people are like this. So the convention is November 12th to the 16th in 2025.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale November 28th.
Oh, okay. Are you having a Black Friday deal?
We are having a Black Friday sale, yes.
Okay.
So the Black Friday sale will be how we're so I have to explain how the rooms are going to be done. So like how the rooms are going to be done is um is that every room is going to have a group lead,
Hmm.
and that group lead will be the one that will put their name down and their credit card or debit card down, because you have to have someone has to be anchored to the room.
Hmm.
So the group lead, they will be able to get $100 off of their ticket for being the person who is putting down their card, and it's only going to be from November 28th to December the 4th. So it's going to go through Black Friday through Cyber Monday.
Oh, okay. So this sale is the best time to get your hotel room and
Yeah.
tickets.
And then once they put their information in, each group each group leader, they will get three codes. And those three codes will go to their roommates, because the room can have up to four people. So when the group lead pays for their part, they secure their room in the hotel, and they get up to three codes that they can give to someone
Hmm.
um, who can stay with them, and that would
Mhm.
be 4 roommates. Now, if they do this during our sale, and the people purchase their ticket during the sale, their ticket will be from $300 to $280 from the people with who they give the codes to. So they'll get like a little discount as well for signing up and getting their tickets during that time as well.
What about for people who are local and they don't want to stay at that hotel? What do the regular tickets run?
So the regular tickets are $300, but those tickets have to be anchored to a group leader to the hotel. And if someone tries to get a ticket without doing that, it's going to let them know that they have to have a code. And to be upfront and to be honest, I believe honesty and transparency is the best way so people understand why you do what you do.
Hmm.
When you do a convention like this, you basically are saying that, like, if these rooms don't sell, I'm going to you're going to be the one that's going to like take on that full price, the person who is hosting it. So we have to make sure that in order for this to work, we have to make sure that the rooms are sold. So each ticket has to be paired to a room. So if you are local, you still would have to like be paired to a room. But I feel like at the same time, it wouldn't be the prices are still, I feel, are fair because the tickets is $300, but it does include the food and the drink. And if you get up to 4 people in your room, they
Hmm.
essentially will just pay the ticket price plus the 176, which is the price of the hotel per night. And so if you have 4 people in a room, it's only going to be $476 for that whole convention for your food, your tickets, and everything.
I love how you have everything like memorized and worked out. It's great.
Oh, yes. When you're doing
Yeah.
something like this, like it took me several days to get my mind around it too. But like, cause like I was feeling like, oh my God, this is so much. But then I was talking to other people in the community, getting their feedback, and they're like, no, like it sounds like it is, but like if you get a room and you fill it up to capacity for 4 people, you get like you pay your $300 for your ticket, and then you only pay 1 room a night per person. So it only comes up to like $476.
Right.
So it's less than $500 for the whole weekend. And you get your food, your drink tickets, and four beautiful days of being an age play.
So, what about for people who don't want to share their room with others and want their own room? And yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that question first.
So if someone doesn't want to share the room, they're gonna have to pay for the whole price, which would be $999. If they go and on November 28th and take advantage of the Black Friday to Cyber Monday deal, then it'll be $899.
Okay. And what
They
if,
still get their 3 codes. So
yeah,
if they decide later they want to change their mind, they have all the way up to August 31st to add someone to the rooms if they need to or if they want to.
okay.
Because
And then
we will close everything out by August 31st.
what if all the rooms assigned to that block um, are reserved? Can you release tickets just for the con?
Can we release tickets for the con? Um, that would be something that we would have to I would have to talk to the board with. Because right now we're just doing what we know what we have for sure. If something was to happen where this was to like say we sell so much more, I would have to talk to the hotel to see what we have available. I do believe there could be some wiggle room in getting some more rooms, but I would have to definitely discuss it with the board, and then I would have to like discuss it with the hotel to see what else they would have that they could offer us.
Okay, I see. And I guess for people who want to have the room to themselves, they would have the three extra codes that they can give to people who may not want to stay at that hotel or are
So
local.
yeah, this was the best option that we could come up with come up with selling the tickets and making sure that we were able to meet the goals that we needed to meet as well.
Is there going to be a dark age playroom?
We don't have the space for a dark age playroom. Um, I at this time, we like I said, there won't be a dark age playroom, but I'm looking into something where it's like called like age play after dark. And that would be if someone wanted to, like, I have that the presenter room, like at night we talk about like being fun things to do at night. And if someone wanted to be like, well, I want to host a bondage presentation class, a demonstration class, or I want to hold like a humiliation class, and like really have like have like um volunteers that want to come up, and like we want to who wants to try new things. I'm so open to seeing if we could do something like that, or maybe we can do a whole night of kink with age play, and that could be like a whole event that we could have where um people could talk about different types of kinks, people can look at different types of things that are used, how people can use dark age play within like abdl, like bondage and age play. So things like that, like I would be open to hosting something like that, and it'd be called like age play after dark. And it will be giving a time and space for people to be able to like explore and to learn in a time of education.
Mhm.
Within that, because there are some people who would like to know about what it's like to be spanked with a diaper on, like what tools you can use for spanking, and how would you put on like a humiliation play session class or whatever. And so that's something that I would be open to doing.
Are you saying that like people who are interested and want to attend, they should reach out to you eventually and say, "Hey, this is something that I'm willing to teach or that I would like to see."
Yes, because we have the time and we have the room to set it up. So, take advantage of what we have to offer. And if you have expertise, or if you have training, or of education in different types of areas, yeah, let me know. Like, hey, like I have 5 years in, education on furries. I would love to be able to host a furry roundtable.
Hmm.
Is there space for that? Hey, I love talking about enemas. Is there a space for me to have a presentation on enemas and messing? Like, yeah, we can definitely like let that happen, because there will be time and space. Now, I
Hmm.
can't say that I can get to everybody, but
Hmm.
I can say that there is time and space that we can try to get some of these things on the schedule.
So, what about the DLs? If you're a DL, would you recommend them coming to your convention?
I think if you're a DL, you might I think you could still have fun at the convention, because lots of DLs go to other conventions. I think that you can have a good time by going to the presentations. If you want to just hang out in your diapers and like go to like some of the nightlife things that we're going to have planned, that might be something that they may be interested in. We will be having, like I said, what I call like the big kids class. So it's not so
Hmm.
much um, the babies who like go deep into little space. The big kid class is more about like games, having fun. People can talk and hang out. There will be space for people to go to the vendors, and they can like go shop around. And so I do think that the DLs could have a fun time as well. And like I said, and if we get like some of those like fun classes going, or those age play after dark classes going, if people come my way, I feel like a deal will fit into those areas, being able to have classes that talk about like enemas in diapers or spanking in diapers or whatever. So I feel like they could find a space somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. I always try to encourage DLs to go to things like CapCon and other parties and other conventions because I've simply just seen a ton of DLs go to them and have just as much fun because they're socializing, they're meeting others, and that's a big part of conventions as well, is just to learn and meet other people. And so many ABDLs started off as DLs first.
This is true. That's how I started. That's how I got into it, as a DL first, and then learned more
Yeah.
about the style.
Is the website live?
We're planning the live, but it will be when we get close to the time of tickets going on. So we're just finishing up and finalizing a couple of few more things, and then when we get to the ticket sale by November 28th, everything will be like up and live.
There is going to be vetting, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there is going to be vetting. That's very important that like
Yeah.
we vet just to make sure that like people are part of the community, and it also this is also a 21 plus. So I know some.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, it's not 18 plus, it's 21 plus.
Holy crap. Okay, that is a first. I did not know that, and I'm shocked. I think because all the other ones are 18 plus. So,
Mhm.
whoa. Okay. Why did you decide to go 21 plus?
I don't know, I just felt like personally that 21 plus was just like a good number. Just I will just see, we'll see how it goes with 21 plus, but I just like it would be like a good number to start with for my first convention to see how that goes, and we'll see how 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 it flows with it being 21 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanted to try to do something different than what most conventions do, and so that's why I decided to make it 21 plus, just because, I'm not trying to be like any other convention, or I'm not trying to like, do anything to that sense. And so I was like, well, like, let's try to see what a 21 plus convention looks like, because I saw that there was one furry con somewhere, and I thought it said 21 plus. I was like,
Yes.
huh. I said, let
Yes.
me see. Like I said, so I saw that, and I was like, I think maybe I want to try that, because I was thinking 18 plus, but when I saw that there are some conventions out there that do 21 plus, I wanted to see like what the difference would be, because all the cons that I have always attended has always been 18 plus.
Right.
And so I just wanted to see an experiment and see what it would be like to host a convention where it was 21 plus.
Right. And I guess like legally you wouldn't have to worry about people like underage drinking or anything.
And that was like, and that was one of the main things. We do live in Wisconsin, so that was also a main thing. I felt like 21 plus would be like for a safety reason, for me being a first time person running a convention. Having it being 21 plus to me just kind of meant like, okay, I don't have to like worry about if someone is
Mm-hmm.
underage drinking,
Yeah.
or even like, I know I say that people in their rooms can do whatever they want to, and then I don't have to be like, I'm a mommy. I don't have to be thinking like, I hope there's no like 18-year-old
Yeah.
that's up there drinking
Policing.
with older people. So like that's one of like also the reasons for why I'm keeping it 21 plus.
Very cool. And yes, that furry convention that was 21 plus, that actually happened in Vegas a couple years ago, and I did volunteer at it. And they did have some age play and littles classes there as well. There's
And I think that's a beautiful thing, and that's why I said that, like, with this convention, that if someone want to host a furry roundtable, you can do that. If you want to host a pet play obedience class, you can do that. Like, I'm not gonna like shy away from that, because I do know that pet play and furries do intermingle within the age play realm.
mhm.
So this is why, like I'm leaving that space open for them, and who knows what it could expand to in the future.
So I guess I should have led with this question, but I really want to know why. Why take on such a big, huge, risky endeavor? I mean,
I like, why not? No, why I believe that so I believe in options and choices. And there's so many like furry conventions out there, and I'm like, you know what? We can try to see if we can get like another age play option for conventions or whatever. And several times over the last few years, people have said to me, "How come you haven't started one yet?" I'm like, "I don't know." So like you have done so much. How come you haven't done a convention yet? I go, "I don't think people would come." But somewhere there was this fight in me, like this like fight inside of
mhm.
me that was like, just girl, just do it. Just do it and see what happens, and put your best foot forward. And so I was like, all right, I want to do it. I want to come from a place of love, a place of care, and a place of like I want this to be for the community. And I wanted to make sure that like if I was doing this, am I doing this with the right purpose and the right heart and the right mind? And whenever I think about trying to put on this convention, it could be anyone would tell you, I'm always saying, I just hope that this is good for the community. I hope the community loves this. I hope the community like resonates with this because I really want this to be a convention like where we're focusing on self-acceptance, self-care, self-love, and self-appreciation while being in a community because I came from an era where, you know, 20 years ago, like where doing this, you were considered bad, you were considered evil, you were considered, like you had that you were demonic, like just from liking this lifestyle. And it was very, very negative. I know like I prayed many nights that I would no longer be ABDL or not be a mommy. And like and this is who I am. And I want to be able to give options to the community, like where they can feel like they can go to multiple places and still be able to like have that self-acceptance about themselves in a positive way. And I believe that that's something that I can pull off for the community.
Because you do have the experience. I mean, you organized the attendee-led events at CapCon. You were on the board. Well, I think in this time and space, there is such a need for conventions. I mean, Indianapolis was doing well until they freaking disappeared.
Yeah,
And West Coast Jungle Gym, I mean, in the 2 years that they had the in person convention, it was ramping up. I had such a great time in the 2019 West Coast Jungle Gym because it was a smaller event. It wasn't overwhelming like Capcom. There wasn't a billion people all over the place trying to find each other and connect. It was intimate. And I
yes.
loved that intimacy that I'm actually getting to know people. Like
Mm-hmm.
not just on a
That's what I love
2 minute
too.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like some people have asked me would I do a takeover, and I'm gonna be honest, my heart isn't for a takeover. My heart is just for letting people be themselves, getting to know each other, and making. I I'm not trying. I believe in quality and quality in time, quality and people. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I want to be able to feel like when people leave the convention that they feel like this was good quality time where I made some true connections with people. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that's what I'm looking for. And I think that I feel like everyone should try to find that within their life. Like that's where my life has actually turned to over like the last year is looking for the quality in
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yes.
Like I don't have to like for me personally in my life, I don't need to be number one. I don't need to be center stage. I don't need to be the focus. I don't need to do that. But if someone comes around me now, I want them to feel like, oh, I had a good time with that person. Like it was worth my quality of time. And that's what I want for this convention to be is for people to feel immersed in little space, being able to be in diapers, exploring
Mm-hmm.
other facets of age play through presenters and things like that, and coming away with like, this was a good quality of time that I spent with other
Right.
people.
Right. And it's all about learning and discovering and socializing and
Yeah,
just building friendships and having fun.
right. And
Yeah.
that's what one of the events that we're going to have, like, call it our open house night. We're going to have like a getting to know you scavenger hunt with our pizza. So the first night we're having like a after party pizza party, and which will be a part of the ticket price that you're getting, which will be included in the ticket price. We're gonna host like a little scavenger hunt where people can like get to know people, like find someone who is wearing blue and say hi. You know what I mean? So like
Oh,
to
cool.
break that ice, or like find someone who has a teddy bear and tell them what your favorite color is. So like we're gonna be doing like little scavenger hunts like that on like our opening night, and that's gonna be part of our opening ceremony.
Very cool. I love that idea because it gets people mingling and
Yeah,
talking.
and
Yeah.
then we're gonna have like our teachers and in their classroom, because we're actually going to have like workers in the classroom in the big kids clubhouse and workers in the daycare preschool. So just like an open house, they'll be able to like come in and meet who the care team is and meet the teachers of that classroom and say hi, say hello to them. So it's going to be like a whole like little event the first night.
Wow, I love that. I love that. And I can already see that everything you've planned has a lot of thought and purpose behind
Mhm.
it. Like you're not just saying, okay, here's a bunch of stuff, whatever.
And we just had like a little mini board meeting, and everyone that left the board meeting said, we want to make sure that everyone has a good time, and we want to make sure that everyone is able to feel like they are appreciated in their little space. And like, and to me, that's such a wonderful thing to hear. That, like everyone on the board, without me even like telling them like what my vision is, like that was
Mhm.
already their vision.
Excited for you, and I can't wait to hear, I guess, like to see it come to fruition, to see the classes being announced and seeing whatever theme, all the things being announced.
Yeah,
Um,
right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, very excited. And I know you're going to go on the other podcast and talk about this too. So thank you for letting me do it, I guess, first.
No, thank you. Like I still have, I don't even know if you remember, I still have the gift you gave to me when we first met. I don't even know if you know what it is.
I can't remember. I suck.
Oh, the first time you met me, you said, "Hi, your mommy also cute." And I go, "Yeah." You're like, "I'm diaperperv." You go, "I love you. I love your husband." And I was like, "Oh, okay, girl." And you're like, "I made you something." I was like, "You did?" It was like this Minnie Mouse like charm, this Minnie Mouse keychain.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay,
And it said
yes.
like Minnie on it. And you said, "I wanted to give you this because I know you love Disney."
Because you had a reputation of, being someone who's very active in the community, and I look up to you. Having this conversation has made me like want to be part of community again, because I think I went through this phase where I was like, I don't care about the community. I don't believe in community.
And
This
I was like, "Yeah, I
and
understand, girl. I
and
get you. And I'm gonna let you know if your comeback, if your debut comeback is with a jamboree, girl, bring it."
I can actually make those dates because it's after haunt season. So
I want to tell you something real quick. So, just so you know, we're doing a spooktacular,
what?
and I want to create a haunted hallway for our trick or treat night.
Oh my goodness! I thought about trick or treating, like about asking you about it, and then we
'Cause
started
I
talking about other stuff.
so many years at CapCon. Yep,
Yeah,
that was my baby project.
yeah. Thank you for doing the trick or treating and the costume contest at CapCon. Yeah.
So yeah, so I wanted to do, and I was like, but I said, that person's not even doing stuff right now. I was like, but she would love to know that in her honor, I'm trying to put together a haunted hallway.
Oh my goodness! Wait.
I wanted to do a haunted hallway. It'll be on the last night, because that way we can like tear it down. So the last night we're gonna do trick or treating, but I wanted to do like a whole haunted hallway, kind of like Disney, how they have like haunted mansion,
Yeah.
and like the whole thing will be like, in order to get to like the jamboree spooktacular, you have to go through the haunted hallway. If
Like.
they don't have to, if they don't want to, 'cause they can go to the staircase that goes straight to like the space. But if they wanted to go through the haunted hallway, they would have, we'll have like a whole little storyline about like something that happened in the hallway, and how people didn't make it to the party, like kind of like, how like
Oh
you need to
my
like pass through the hallway to make it to the party, and then when they get to the jamboree, it's like a big old spectacular party.
What? When you say spooktacular party, is it a costume party?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a costume party. Yes.
What? I am so tempted to go now.
So yeah, like yeah, so I'm gonna be needing some scare actors
Yeah, oh my goodness, it's gonna be like a haunted house.
for the littles, but yeah, I want to do a we have a space where we can do a haunted hallway, and that leads to the spectacular. And at the Spooktacular, that's where we're going to have like our characters meet and greet. You can take pictures with the characters. Like we already have someone who said that they're going to dress up as Miles from Spider-Man.
I'm already thinking like of what would scare a little the most. No snack for you.
No diaper changes for you.
Yeah.
I might like that.
Yes.
The DL might like that.
Yes. I'm gonna rip up your stuffy.
No!
My DL play partner, like, texting me all these questions because he says that other podcasts about about conventions are boring. And I'm like, well, what kind of things do you want them to talk about to make it not boring? Because they're talking about the logistic stuff that people need to know, right? And he's like, number one, messing diapers. Can an attendee mess their diaper in a group space? He's never been to a convention before. So the answer is going to be no, unless
You
you're,
can't for health reasons and stuff like that. You really, I guess, I guess defecation is like it has
yeah,
more to it. So,
yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No, unless I realize that his questions are more like general con questions that I would answer on a
Okay,
whole separate video, you know.
yeah.
Oh, here's one for you. Wedding pants without a diaper. Can attendees have public accidents as long as they don't get it on the carpet or furniture?
No, they can't because it's a biohazard.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it.
It's like your blood should stay inside your body, your pee should stay inside your diaper.
Of course, the privacy and phone policies. So he doesn't know, but like at the other
There's
cons.
what Capcom does with like the little
Yeah,
red sticker. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And anyone found without a sticker in the public space.
we'll just ask them to put on one, but they'll probably get like two warnings. Like, all right,
Yeah,
but like, yeah. But we are going to have like we're looking into like either a photo booth. I'm probably going to do a photo booth instead of getting a photographer. It's just easier to do it that way.
yeah. Man, I am like truly hyped up for this thing now. Okay, well, thank you for making me rethink my entire position in the community and life in general. But no, this has lit a fire under my ass, and I am so inspired by you.
Thank you so much.